the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
The NBA season in full swing now. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. You know, Shaq, we got it pretty good. It's a wonderful country. We're getting paid to watch these games. But let me pose this question. Who would you pay your good money to watch?
That's easy, Ernie. The Splash Brothers. There's something special about great shooting. These guys, their form, their ability when they shoot, and the sound that it makes when it goes through the net. It sounds like this. Yakum. Yakum.
How do you spell Yakum?
Yeah, Y-A-K-K-E-M. Yakum.
Whoa, I learn something new every day, even from Dr. O'Neal. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And a look out over the luminous expanse of Salt Lake City, Utah, the crossroads of the West. It's the home of the Jazz here in Utah as 2K Sports brings you today's action. Live from Salt Lake City, Utah, and the Energy Solutions Arena. So for the Spurs, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them. In that game, it seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Duncan is out there with Splitter, and it's Parker in at the point guard position.
Well, Gordon Hayward unable to reach an agreement on a contract extension with the Utah Jazz last season, so instead it played out in restricted free agency. A player with a lot of admirers around the league, and a big raise, certainly a given for him.
Now Burke. There's the screen. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Favors at the elbow. Here's Burke. The three-pointer off the mark. On defense, Utah. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
That was a tough game for them to lose, guys, because they really played well throughout the game.
I agree there, but despite the result, I think they can definitely take some positives away from it.
So here's Burks. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Passes it to Burke. With a step back, and that's good for two. Burke's got 5. Parker with it. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. There's the pick.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, He led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
And he can't get the first one. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together, and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
Now, here's Burke. He's got 5. And Favors kicks to Burke. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Trey Burke, a smooth operator. You know, in his first season with the Jazz, he was in the top 15 in the NBA in terms of turnover rate for point guards. Just doesn't seem to make those rookie mistakes. He's just a great decision maker with the ball in his hands.
And Burke with great balance and a nice pull-up jump shot from mid-range.
And Kevin, I think that helps him when it comes to avoiding turnovers. Coming off the pick, he doesn't have to try to force the issue in creating a play. He can just knock down that jump shot if the defender backs off.
Now here's Parker, averaging 23 points per contest. Duncan, the pass to Green. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Out to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. Hayward with the ball. Now Green defending. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Utah shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting, about 76%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Jazz leading by 3. Burke dishes to Favors. Burke with the screen for Favors. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now, here's Burks, guarded by Green. Burks kicks to Burke. There's a good screen. Dishes it to Burks. Here's Gobert. And at last, they get one to fall.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Spurs trail by 5. Here's Parker. And Leonard has it in the corner. Green kicks to Splitter. Duncan right side. Right block shot, and that's good off the glass that time.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
And here's Burks. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And how about his defense? 4 steals on the night. He was so aggressive.
Now here's Burke. 3-point lead, and he gets the bucket. Spurs have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Parker kicks to Green. The dish to Splitter. He feeds it to Parker. Leonard on the wing. Burks pulls it in.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Burke kicks to Burks. Favors with a screen on Green. Here's Burks. Can't get it to go. Duncan with some nice D. Spurs trail by 5. Into Green. It's good, and he drew contact up. The shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And, Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
Spurs have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Outside, Green. Parker passes to Leonard. Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Here's Leonard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now the pass to Burke. Here's Gobert. He's guarded by Diaz. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim, too, just for good measure.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little showboating out there.
And San Antonio calls the first. Timeout of the game.
It's happened before, and we've seen it happen again. The Spurs were the best team in the West last season and secured the top seed, not only in the West, but throughout the NBA.
Parker's shot is off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Burke dishes to Burks. Hayward passes to Burks. Now here's Hayward. He's guarded by Diaz. Shoots. That one wide left. Well, Steve, the Spurs adding another banner last season as they finish with the best record in the Western Conference. 38 wins in conference play, helping with that.
Really, it's the fact that with their offense and the discipline they play with, they're going to cause trouble for any team playing any style. And I didn't think there was anybody out west that the Spurs feared.
Spurs trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points. Well, the Jazz really struggled last season. Maybe the worst defensive team in the league, and they weren't a lot better offensively. Some of that you have to attribute to youth. And quite honestly, it's impressive they were able to win as many games as they did under the circumstances.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. And you look at the free throw attempts for the Jazz. Steve, last season, their lowest number in decades.
Well, driving inside and getting to the line, normally a staple for Jazz teams in years past. So you have to think that they're looking to get back to that this season.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah. Exum comes in for Burke.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who've worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And you look at all the head coaches and front office executives who have come out of the Spurs organization. They are sprinkled guys throughout the NBA. And, Steve, almost half the teams in the league have some kind of fingerprint from the Spurs.
Well, it's a copycat league, and, the Spurs winning culture, all the cross-pollinating that goes on in the NBA and the relationships. And I think in the end, the result is good for the league. You want as many well-run franchises as possible.
San Antonio trailing here. Now Mills. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. Green with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Pass to Exum. Hayward against Leonard. Hayward kicks to Favors. Lets it fly from 18. And he gets it back. Count the bucket. Hayward's got 5. Mills with it, averaging 13 points a contest. Kicks to Diaw. To the paint. Shots good by Mills.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Exum, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Dante Exum, a long, athletic combo guard out of Australia. His father came from the U.S. He was a teammate at North Carolina with Michael Jordan and then went to Australia to play professionally for a number of years. That's why Dante grew up down under.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jeremy Evans comes in for Derek Favors. And Hood subbed in for Burks. Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Evans setting the pick for Exum. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Dante Exum entering the NBA directly out of high school. He led his team to the national title in Australia in mid-January.
It's a slightly different season schedule in Australia, so he spent about 6 months in the U.S. training for the NBA, basically working on his shot and putting the finishing touches on his still very green game.
Here's Baines. There's the call on Trevor Booker. Ginobili outside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need... to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That is... good from Ginobili.
You know, one thing you like when you look at this young Jazz team is the size that's already in place there. Not only size, but good, young, strong players that have some athleticism. And that'll serve you well when you do make your way to the playoffs, because it allows you to play on playoff-type basketball, which is usually more physical and played more in the half court.
Here's Ginobili after the basket by Utah. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
And so it's Utah here with the ball after the basket by San Antonio. And many of the Jazz players travel to a training center in Santa Barbara, California. in the offseason.
They work on their athleticism and explosiveness, and there's been some impressive results. In fact, you look at the athletes in the NBA today, the training methods far more advanced than in the days before.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 5. And stolen by Hood. He dishes it to Exum. Hood, the pass to Booker. Tries from 10, and it's rejected. From half court. Oh! How did that go in?
Unbelievable.
Oh, my, I can't believe what I just saw. Did you see that? There was no need for the heave, and yet he still made it. Absolutely incredible.
Exum's shot is off. San Antonio leading. Outside Leonard. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Man, maximum force on that dunk.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
You know, for so long, the Jazz have been a competitive team in the West due to their defense and grit, but last year that just wasn't the case, and it showed in the standings.
Now, here's Exum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And, Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line, so he was very aggressive with his game, attacking the D and capitalizing on those free throws.
They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right, make sure you work the clock correctly. You get 2 possessions out of this.
Here's Ginobili. 9 points last game. The feed to Mills. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Clark, the Jazz usually a factor in the Western Conference, but last season they finished at the bottom of the conference and mustered only 13 wins against the rest of the West.
You know, we've talked about it before, but it all goes back to defense. I mean, the Jazz usually can stay in games by not giving up easy points, but they tend to wane. And that defensive effort over time.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. He really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Now here's Exum. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Lets the 3 fly. And Baines pulls it down. Green left side. Soft touch off the glass. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
To the wing right side. 1 second left. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs out in front, leading by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Tune in this Saturday night, December 13th. Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. Don't miss it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
And a good start to this club. I like the way they played. together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Spurs leading by 5. Hood out there with Burke. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Jeremy Evans. And it's Ingles in at the small forward. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. It's Ginobili with the drive. Here's Splitter. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Splitter's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for San Antonio. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, the Utah Jazz with 2 great point guard prospects in Trey Burke and Dante Exum. Can they play together? Head coach Quinn Snyder said, "We talk about positions in a rigid way, but you just figure out how to play together. The league is heading that way anyway, with guards that can make multiple plays. It makes matchups hard. Hard to doubt that, guys."
Well, certainly 2 players who can score and set the table, Doris. It should be fun to watch. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Mills dishes to Splitter. Mills in the corner. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
A different look for Utah. Favors comes in for Jeremy Evans, and Alec Burks subbed in for Hood. That one misses for Mills.
Patty Mills is one of the first indigenous Australians to play in the NBA. Trained at the same Australian Institute of Sport that helped develop Andrew Bogut. He played his college ball at St. Mary's in the Bay Area and has really developed into a nice backup point guard.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
They kick it out to Green. Burks with the steal. Now here's Burke. 9 points in the game so far. San Antonio with the rebound. And Mills more of a scoring point, not a big assist man by any means, Steve, but he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Yeah, great shooter with deep range, terrific speed and quickness. He puts a lot of pressure on a defense.
Now. Now here's Burke, averaging 13 points a contest. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gobert. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense is not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
You know, one of the reasons the Spurs are able to stay near the top of the standings is that their play is consistent. They never seem to drop games that they're supposed to win, and that's true even when they're on the road.
And Utah making a change here. Hayward's checked in. It's Parker with the drive. And the wide open shot from Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Green's got 10 points in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Well, the Spurs were incredible on the road last season. San Antonio, the best record on the road in the NBA by far.
Well, they were the best team in the NBA by far for the most part. I mean, there's nobody that's going to deny that. 30 wins was more than most teams would get at home. But as you mentioned, the Spurs just don't lose to lesser teams on the road, and that's a credit to everybody there, the coaches, the players. They focus and lock in, and they don't give away games most times.
And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. You look at Hayward, second in the NBA, a great defender.
Just superb athletic defenders right there, all of them, and aggressive too. They challenge every shot.
You'd really love to see every player devote the kind of energy to their defense that this group of small forwards does. What is insane about the Spurs? And how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Utah.
And with the Spurs in the playoffs, you can't even begin to think about a postseason without the Spurs being involved. Only 4 absences since 1976. That's incredible.
Now, here's Burks. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. A nice shot by Booker.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
And almost 4 minutes. Gone here in the second quarter of play. Spurs leading by 6. Of course, with the Spurs, the last time they missed the playoffs, they drafted perhaps one of the best power forwards of all time in Tim Duncan.
Well, you know, he's a part of why they haven't missed the playoffs since. But the organization has run really well from top to bottom, and they deserve nothing but the success they've had since their inception because of that.
Now, here's Burks, following the miss by Tony Parker. Now, here's Burks. He's guarded closely. They get it back.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
And Parker, here we go. Splitter misses. Jazz trail by 6. Hayward with the ball. Now Green defending. Hayward kicks to Burke. Feeds to Booker. Can't get it to go. Duncan with some nice D. Spurs have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Green. Back to Parker. Ginobili dishes to Duncan. Duncan left side. Can't get it to go. So Utah will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Favors with a screen on Parker. Dishes it to Hayward. There's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Hayward's got 11 points.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper. Boy, Trey Burke, Columbus's own, has been a hand-in-glove fit for the Utah Jazz. He missed the first 11 games of last season with a fractured finger, and the Jazz won just 1 of those 11 games. Once he was healthy, he made a big difference. bringing his team back to life.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
And taking a look at some stats here, let's check out the numbers for Gordon Hayward. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's putting up 22 points per night, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
Now, here's Burks. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And the Jazz making a draft day trade to acquire Trey Burke, giving up the 14th and 21st picks to Minnesota. Steve, to take him 9th overall.
Well, they saw a young player who dominated college basketball and seemed ready to take over their starting point guard spot from day one. I think they feel like they've found their point guard of the future. This kid is really good.
Utah calls timeout. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Here's Burke following the score by Tony Parker. The dish now to Burke. Favors sets the pick for Burke. He kicks it to Hayward. Goes up on the high post. Another miss by Utah.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Burke the pass to Favors. And Booker kicks to Burke. Hayward dishes to Burks. Leonard brings the double team. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Exum, he's checked in for Burke. Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Spurs leading by 7. Parker kicks to Diaw. Back to Parker. Kicks it out to Leonard. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep our eyes on.
Diaw, the screen. Leonard with the ball. Favors picks him up. Leonard the pass to Diaw. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Diaw. 12 points for Leonard.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now, here's Exum. He feeds it to Booker. Down low. Got a piece of it. Parker with the steal. Here's Green. Outside Leonard. And here is Diaw. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Burks dishes to Favors, and that one's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Now here's Parker. Diaw, the screen. Parker drives in. The pass to Diaw. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
San Antonio leading by 5. Duncan left side, and stolen by Favors. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
And that one's good. Parker. Parker's got 4 this quarter. Jazz have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Exum kicks to Hayward. Favors with a screen on Leonard. Shoots from the baseline. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Hayward.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. Pass to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 14 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Quinn Snyder this season taking over as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen?
His time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Well, Kawhi Leonard drafted 15th overall, Clark, back in 2011. The pick acquired from the Indiana Pacers in a trade for George Hill.
And you know, at the time, Manu Ginobili said that he really... didn't agree with the trade, made him angry. He had a real strong relationship with George Hill and liked his game. I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans felt the same way, but even as Hill remains a heck of a player, the Spurs fans have to be happy. As a matter of fact, they are ecstatic with what Kawhi Leonard has been able to do and what he looks like he's going to do for many years to come.
Kicks it to Gobert. And Baines pulls it down.
We haven't seen them get to the free throw line like they did in the first quarter.
Well, you can't get to the line if you're going to settle for jump shots. I mean, somebody's got to be aggressive and take it to the rack.
Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. You look at Mills, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Tony Parker, several spots down. He also shoots the ball so well, one of the best.
Well, they've both had a fantastic run of late. They found a nice rhythm and flow, and the coaching staff has noticed, and the coaches have been calling plays for these guys to take advantage of their hot shooting.
And Leonard has been a great fit with the Spurs culture. Quiet, low maintenance, hardworking, not one for all the glitz and the glamour. You know, he owns one watch, they say. Just focused on basketball, not the lifestyle that it affords.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. To the wing on the left. Right side, Leonard. To the middle. Baines passes to Bellinelli. San Antonio again missing.
When you talk about Leonard's work ethic, instilled in him from his late father, lost tragically when Kawhi was only 16 years old. But his father used to put him to work at his car wash, made him run hills, and really embedded in him the value of hard work. And his dad's influence and legacy lives on in Kawhi.
Diaw, the screen. With 2 seconds left, Gobert with the block. And the first half. Ends in a close one. Spurs lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Tony, you guys have seemed to be in a good groove lately. Taking a broader look at the season, what's important for this team to have success this year?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
Tony, thank you as always. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Leonard playing extremely well. 15 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. I mean, get to the foul line. Any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, it's critical. And he's trying to do his part right there.
Spurs leading by 4. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Splitter in at the 5. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding a seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
That's off as well, so he misses both. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Here's Parker following the three-pointer by Utah. He dishes it to Green. Leonard attacking. Here's Duncan. Derek Favors with the rebound. Favors got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line with his percentage currently about 79.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line. Derek Favors a really nice fit in Utah. Tough, has a low-key, low-maintenance personality. Doesn't seem to get bothered by attention and accolades. All he does is work.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Favors last season, guys, signing a 4-year extension with the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, he wanted to stay in Utah, and they've certainly been happy to have him. A foundational piece for this team, no question.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Hayward gets it to go.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now the feed to Splitter. Back to Parker. Pass to Leonard. In low to Duncan. Rebound, Utah. Burks has got his third rebound tonight. Burke kicks to Hayward. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Jazz have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
The Jazz weren't good at home last year, but they certainly weren't the worst. The grit of the franchise still showed up last season when they played in this building.
And the Jazz call time here.
And, you know, this building can really energize this team with its noise. Jazz only got 16 home wins last year, but you wouldn't know it by how loud it was at times in here. Past few weeks, you can see how Utah stacks up. First in blocks, 14th in scoring, and they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that and they get a lot of block shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence.
Well, there is a very real us against them mentality that the Jazz have, and I think, Steve, it stems from their fans.
I would agree with that, and it's why over the past few decades the Jazz have been so good at home as a franchise. San Antonio needs to do a better job guarding against Burke.
He has 12 points and 3 dimes. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
Yeah, the passing gives the offense flow, and the free throws give you easy points, so it's been a nice night for him so far.
Now here's Parker. 7 points in the game. They set the screen. Feeds it to Splitter. Utah with the rebound. Hayward's got 4 rebounds in this game. Burks kicks to Hayward. Now Burke. He's got 13. Gobert dishes to Burks. Shot clock at 6. The baseline J. Nice jump shot. Good. Burks has got his first points in this one.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
Signature basket for him there. And, you know, they can turn this deficit around pretty quickly if he gets on a roll.
Favors sets the pick for Burks. Passes to Favors. Can't hit. So the Spurs will take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And as you'd expect, I mean, this was a lopsided season series a year ago.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Burke, the pick. Pass to Burks. Favors with a screen on Green. Here's Burks. And that'll be Utah. It goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. Number 1, the Spurs.
Yeah, they did a great job last year of sharing the ball, pushing the ball in transition, and really spreading out the scoring, and they were very productive as a team.
Shot from the inbound, and they'll keep possession. Tries again, and there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Burks. Burks has got 4 assists now tonight. Spurs trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Another miss by Leonard.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Parker with the steal. Leonard attacking. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Leonard's got 17 now.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Burke. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Burke kicks to Favors. Now here's Burks. Guarded by Green. Burks can't get it to go.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Tim Duncan.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. I mean, get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game has been tough, Clark. I mean, they're getting after it, and I think we're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly. Let's take a look at Trey Burke's numbers. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 12 points per game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
He misses the free throw.
Looking at the game Parker's been having, he has 9 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You got to love it.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gobert. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in. For Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Now here's Burke. He's got 15. Booker. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are. I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown. For Utah.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
Now here's Ginobili. He has 7. Inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pulls it up. And that one goes long.
Derek Favors, a very defensive-minded young big man, 6'10", over 260 pounds. He's got that 7'4" wingspan. So enormous potential, great size, and he can guard either power forwards or centers with ease.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
And Mills kicks to Diaw. To the inside, and stolen by Favors. And here we go, Burke heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go. And now an 8-point Jazz lead.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
And Favors with the strength to battle inside, but Clark the quick feet to cover in space.
Yeah, that's so important nowadays, Kevin, for a young player. He's got such outstanding instincts, and really I think he's a defensive pillar for the Jazz.
Here's Booker after the basket by San Antonio. Burke dishes to Booker. And Splitter pulls it down.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Nice shot by Ginobili.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size. There's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
Burke, the pass to Hayward. Inside to Favors. Leonard against Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. A second chance effort. And Favors finishes it off. Favors has got 10 points.
That putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Here's Mills. He's got 11. Kicks it out to Ginobili. From past the arc. Again, the miss by Ginobili. Utah leading by 6. Dishes to Favors. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Spurs. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's Utah, just way behind.
When I look at San Antonio, they've come out strong. I mean, sitting high atop the standings in the early going. A bit surprising, but very impressive, too.
Well, such a talented roster, Clark, and they're leaving no doubt. I mean, this is a team with a chance to go all the way.
Now here's Hayward, covered by Mills. Hayward kicks to Burke. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard attacking and blocked. And they get it back. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Splitter dishes to Mills. He feeds it to Diaw. Second chance shot. There's the call on Trevor Booker. Both teams deciding to change it up. Dia with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 5 to shoot. And here's Mills from the arc. Utah with the rebound. Now here's Exum. He's got 6 off the screen. And the shot falls short this time.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick. Just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
And Utah has possession, following the bucket by the Spurs. Ingles passes to Booker. 16 feet away. That's good. And the Jazz lead by 6. 1:27 left to play in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now the dish to Bellinelli. Gets to the corner and buries it. 1:09 left to play here in the third. They set the pick. Exum passes to Ingles. Here's Exum. There's the triple. And he gets it to go. Exum's got 9.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They have found their groove from deep, Steve.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. And Mills kicks to Baines. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Goes up the baseline. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
Yeah, no question. If I'm them, I'm definitely going 2-for-1.
The pass to Exum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And it's a 9-point Utah lead.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Baines. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mills can't hit. Here's Exum. Shot is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Jazz. They lead by 9. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter.
This Thursday night, December 11th.
Burke and Exum make the backcourt. Jeremy Evans is out there with Hayward, and it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 9. And now the fast break. Ginobili with the ball. Diaw down low. Evans with the rebound. Evans has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here is Burke. He kicks to Hayward. Pass to Exum. He dishes it to Burke. 6 to shoot. Here's Evans. Lays it up and banks it in. Evans has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Utah.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Parker drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
There you go. This is the time to get aggressive. Get to the basket, draw fouls, stop the clock, try to complete a comeback.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Hayward dishes to Exum for the 3. Offensive rebound, and Boris Diaw picks up the foul. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Here's Burke. Hayward passes to Burke. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Exum. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Check out the game for Exum. He has 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of time. Sometimes he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
The first one falls.
Dante Exum is one of the highest drafted international players in history, despite being relatively unknown. Not many scouts had seen a lot of him in person, but big performances at the Hoop Summit and the FIBA Under-19 Championships helped solidify his stock as a top prospect.
Here's Baines, rebounded by Exum. Exum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Burke kicks to Gobert. Cloak loose. Out to Hayward. The feed to Exum. Goes back up. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Boy, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And Dante Exum, since age 15, a member of the Australian senior men's basketball team, the youngest player to join the team in 30 years.
Yeah, you know, he's proven himself at a very high level, Kevin, based on that Australian senior men's national team experience. And, you know, just watching him play, you can see that he's already mastered the ability to slash.
And the Jazz making a change here. Burks is checked in. Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio. Allen comes in for Manu Ginobili. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Burke dishes to Hayward. Favors sets the pick for Hayward. Burks in the corner. It's good from long range.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
You know, he's had a number of trips to the line, and he's starting to make some of those foul shots now. That could be dangerous.
The Spurs make... Gonna switch here. Splitters checked in.
That was the confidence booster he needed. He's been scuffling from that free throw line.
Burke, the pass to Hayward. Inside to Favors. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
And Favors kicks to Hayward. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
To the paint. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Ray Allen, the all-time leader in three-point field goals. And I'll tell you what, his shooting stroke, so admired throughout his career, but it's a combination of the consistency of his effort and the purity of that stroke.
That one misses. And Ray Allen, the former 5th pick overall back in 1996, a 10-time All-Star over the course of his career, gold medalist and a multiple NBA champion.
Yeah, I think people forget how good Ray Allen was as an all-around scoring player early in his career. Not to mention a pretty good performance on the silver screen early in his career as well. He's still known as Jesus Shuttlesworth. Certainly, that name is worthy of reverence.
It is. And I like the way you kind of pulled that out of your bag of tricks there, Clark. You've done your homework again.
Always.
Again. Now Burke. Poked loose. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Parker's got 11 in the second half.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Utah calls timeout. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader, but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Burke with it. Now, here's Burks. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time. But one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated. In many ways, he can lead without saying a word.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
There's a screen. Parker kicks to Mills. In low to Duncan. It's stolen by Gobert. Hayward dishes to Burke. Pass to Burks. Kicks it to Gobert. Now here's Hayward. Not a lot of room.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I'm glad they didn't try. You don't want anybody getting hurt out here.
Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
Gobert, the pass to Burks. And that one's good. Burks has got 5 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Here's Mills. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
So far in the game for Mills, he has 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Good on both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Jazz leading by 14. Here's Burke. Favors with a screen on Parker. Hayward against Leonard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Gordon Hayward with an unusual pattern dating back 6 years, back and forth. Great three-point shooting one season, and then Clark awful the next.
You know, it's a bit puzzling, Kevin. You look at the numbers from 2009 to 2014. Up and down, up and down. Last season around just 30%. I'm sure it's a coincidence, but it's a pretty rare one, no doubt. And I'm sure Gordon, with his work ethic, is going to try to smooth that good three-point shooting out and sustain it for us.
And for him, Hayward, his role and responsibilities have steadily increased each season, but his scoring efficiency has steadily dropped in the opposite direction. Is he cut out for the role of primary scorer and shot creator? I think that's the question. You know, the numbers to this point raise some doubts.
And for Hayward, asked to score in isolation much more last season, definitely a challenge for him. He's a gifted ball handler and passer, really good all-around player. But he's been most effective scoring off the ball, whether cutting to the rim or filling the lane in transition.
And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. First free throw is good. And so Favors nails both of them.
What a game for Favors. 11 rebounds and 2 steals. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Yeah, he's really distributed well on the offensive side, and then ball hawking defensively. He's been impressive.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Jazz leading by 14. And here is Burke. Here's Gobert. Feeds it to Burks. Lock at 6. Here's Hayward. Here's Favors. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Up and in with force after the offensive rebound. I like that tenacity.
Yeah, he is so sturdy. He just battles for every rebound.
Allen for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now Burke. Burks sets a screen for Burke. Here's Favors. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Duncan. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Morris Diaz checked in for Duncan. So he gets them both. Spurs trail by 15. Mills dishes to Splitter. Passes it to Mills. He feeds it to Leonard. And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 21. Burke with it. Dishes it to Burks. Over to the left wing. Here's Hayward, and that one is stuffed right through. And here's Mills. There's the dish to Allen. Leonard, the pass to Diaw. He kicks to Mills. No good on the triple.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
Now, I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he has 29 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in, and it's Bellinelli in for Kawhi Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Derek Favors.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Aaron Baines.
Good on the second free throw. Jazz leading by 15. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter.
Defensive foul. Aaron Baines. That's his first personal foul. Penalty situation.
No good on that one.
Your Jazz. Rudy Gobert.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Mills. Burke covering. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They set the pick. The Jazz working the ball around now. Hayward kicks to Gobert. Rebound San Antonio. Diaw's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for Utah.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for him too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win will give them a nice boost down the road when they face this club again in the second and third games of the season series.
Yeah, predictably, the stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
Depth always a factor in wins like this. And what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Gordon Hayward. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Hayward with a screen for Burke. There's the pass to Hayward. Shot clock at 5. Ball stolen.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Utah's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Now, here's Burke. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Derek, first off, congratulations on a very well-played game. It looked like you were having a ton of fun out there.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's always fun to win. I'm just coming out here playing my game. Rebound and defense, that's my game. And Coach trusts me, so Knocking them down.
Know your role. It's always good advice, Derek. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for
in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring and I'm over best because I got it going on.
I'm a nice dude with some nice dreams. See these ice cubes, see these ice creams. Eligible bachelor, $1 million bow. Rare. I can exercise you, this could be your phys ed. Cheat on your man, man, that's how you get a his ed. With the B, I know in the street, with the steel to make you feel like chinchilla in the heat. So don't try to run up on my ear talking all that raspy. Trying to ask when my feel your vest, they ain't gonna pass. You should think about it, take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B and think before you a little skateboard B.
When the in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring and I'm over best cause I got it going on. I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging out my backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the side. Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. 2, 1, yep, 3. SC and double OP, D go double G. I can't fake it, just break it. And when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get it. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get live. So don't change the diesel, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime bristles, waiting on the pistol, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the bizac, now ladies, here we kiss her. When the in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring and I'm over best because I got it going on. I'm a bad boy with a lot of drive my own cars and wear my own clothes. I hang out tough. I'm a real boss. Big Snoop Dogg, yeah, he's so sharp. On the TV screen and in the magazines. If you play me close, you want a red beam. Oh, you gotta, so you wanna pop back? Stop that. Cement shoes, now I'm on the move. Your family's crying, now you on the news. They can't find you, and now they miss you. Must I remind you, I'm only here to twist you. You dip you, then flip you, then dance to music too. Subscribe, get your issue. Baby, come close, let me see how you get loose. When the in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring and I'm over best cause I got it going on.
Don't nobody speak to me no more. I wanna hear, but can't hear you when you call. Do you really mean it, or have I just seen a miss a point? Whatever it is, it's bringing me to boiling point. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. Now I hear you talking some nonsense, and I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but nice than silence, and the odds are that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold, let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all to me. It makes no sense at all. Reach out and slither under my skin. Slide under me, go straight to the black hole within. Now I hear you talking some nonsense, and I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but not to their silence, and the odds are that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. I beg to hear you when you call. Hot and cold, let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down.
We behaving bad. We behaving bad. Fast one, slow one. We behaving bad. We behaving bad.
Here we go, huh?
Fast one, slow one. We behaving
Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kinda funny, cause I used to freak my teachers out. Like, dang, dang, diddy, dang, dang. Sin. So much me go teach you about piece of the one black Johnny and out in the club. Everybody on Sinatra. Look around. Everybody on Sinatra. I ain't talking about they call. I'm talking about and go ha 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 ha. I mean, just go bonkers. Make the young girls wild. And then go let's make the smile. They don't need binoculars. Make wanna pull out. They got you. Ring, ba-bum, ba-bum. Aerosol can, ba-bum, ba-bum. Monkey outside, ba-bum, ba-bum. All night, ba-bum, ba-bum. Stick a bum, take a clang, clang, clang. Hang on to that like a rainbow tank. Transform to a grown man and transform again like skateboard can make more. Still my style, I ain't got no reward like make yourself bigger like mushroom. Mario Kart, all y'all wanna get like me. All y'all wanna spit like P. Miss wanna hit like me. Meanwhile you wanna kiss my child rebel soldier hit that for the combo.